One of the best things about college is having a lot of freedom, but the freedom you get can backfire and leave you constantly scrambling just to find time. This is because a lot of students don't plan out their weekly schedules very well. They end up overwhelmed, overcommitting, running late to everything, and basically just feeling like they don't have enough time in their day. One strategy is to get a planner, either an old-fashioned paper one or one that might already be on your phone. For example, many Gmail users already have a Google Calendars account that sends their phone alerts when an event is coming up.
I've got a planner, but I don't really use it. I just try to remember all the important stuff.
Well, that would work if you were only taking one class to worry about. But most likely you're taking more than one class. So you've got a lot of assignments and exams and study time, and you gotta eat. And if you want to work out, oh, and don't forget, you have a doctor's appointment coming up. So with all this and not having a planner, you're bound to forget something.
I guess that could get confusing. How do I begin planning?
Well, let's start by looking at a weekly planner. First, take the syllabus from each class and write in the class times. Then allow yourself plenty of time to get to campus every morning. Traffic could be unreliable at times, and parking fills up quickly. So make sure you plan out a realistic travel time and leave yourself enough time to actually get to class. So how long does it take you to usually get to school?
It takes me about 20 to 30 minutes.
Okay. So include 30 minutes of travel before your first class and after your last class or activity on campus. You want to have enough time to park and walk to class. Now we've got to put in time for waking up in the morning and getting ready. What is your usual morning routine?
I usually shower and eat breakfast, and it usually takes me about 50 minutes.
Okay. Well, since some of your classes start at 9 a.m. and you put down 30 minutes of travel time, that means you should count backwards to allow yourself enough time to shower and eat breakfast. Try to wake up at the same time during the weekdays to create a habit. It's also a good idea to set your alarm clock for the time that you have penciled into your calendar.
Ooh, good idea. My phone already has an alarm clock. I'll do that right now.
During weekends, of course, you'll be able to change the schedule of when you wake up. Next, we have to plan your sleep.
I think I'll know when to sleep.
Okay, but let's say you want to have 7 hours of sleep every day. We can count back 7 hours from when you first wake up.
Great. What about assignments and tests? Should I email my professor about when the test will be held?
Well, that information is probably already in your syllabus. You can just add those to your planner. Do you work?
Yeah, 6 hours a week, part-time. I will put that in. Now let's add in some time for lunch.
Hold on there. It doesn't take 2 hours to get lunch. A 2-hour lunch is fine on the weekends, but you may want to keep a 1-hour lunch on the weekdays. That's better. And then dinner. Okay, so now we have to allow for study time.
Whoa, plan out when to study. Shouldn't I just try to study all the time? It already feels like I study all the time anyway, since I'm constantly thinking about what classes and papers I need to write.
Wouldn't it be great if you didn't feel like all these assignments were hanging over your head all the time?
Yeah, but how would a planner help with that?
Well, you can create a realistic plan of when you'll have time to do all this stuff. If you set aside time to finish this paper or study for this test, you won't have to constantly wonder if you'll have enough time to get things done. You will know that you can get it done.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I guess I spend most of my time worrying about studying rather than just doing it.
Exactly. By planning your study times, you can also plan time for yourself, so you can really relax instead of constantly worrying about studying.
So, is that everything?
Nearly. Just gotta put in some free time to relax or attend a club on campus or a social event. The thing is, a planner can help you find some balance.
Now that I look at this planner, I can see why it's so important to put everything down. I can't believe I've been trying to keep all this in my head. No wonder I keep forgetting important stuff. But wow, this is a lot. It's like a boot camp schedule.
Yep, not easy, but manageable. Sometimes students get a little intimidated seeing their weekly schedule laid out, but don't shoot the messenger, or planner. Keep in mind, a planner is only showing you what you have to normally get done. A planner is not adding more work to your schedule. In fact, it usually takes less than an hour per quarter to put together a planner for a quarter.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like too much work to put in together. It's very revealing.
It is. It can also show you what happens when you don't follow your schedule. So let's say that on Tuesday, you go to bed really late because you decide to stay up all night binging on Korean soap operas. Staying up all night might cause you to wake up late the next day, which will eat into your early morning study time and extend your travel time because now you have to get to school with more traffic. And of course, with the additional traffic, you may end up missing your morning class. So now you have to use up your free time to make up what you missed. And this will just add an additional burden onto your workload and leave you feeling stressed. So trying your best to follow your schedule is really important. There will be weeks, however, that will need some adjusting, especially if you have more exams and assignments. While the schedule can be flexible, it should still be a solid way of coordinating your life. Once you figured it out, all you gotta do is just set your alarm and wake up.